May the Drow keep you safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Esports Money's ESM Mac 10, whatever you want to call me, and today we're going to be going over my guide to jungling Drow Ranger. So, Drow Ranger. The way I play Drow, as you might see from the items queued up in my build, is a little bit different from the way a lot of people play Drow. I'm not going to say it is the best way. I'm not going to say it is a bad way. What I will say is that it is the most fun way, at least in my opinion. So I'm going to be rushing a Mask of Madness, and then I'm going to get a Dragon Lance, then I'm going to build Treads. And the reason being is that, yes, I'm aware I'm a super glass cannon, but it also lets me do lots and lots of damage to buildings, actually outrange buildings. So especially during the daytime, I can actually backdoor some buildings once I have enough items, and I can backdoor tier 1s from the get-go once I have these items. Actually, I don't even need the treads to backdoor. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down the trees you saw here. Pretty standard stuff if you're jungling a ranged hero. And then I'm going to stack, as per usual, and continue to save up for my items. Now, my first item is going to be the Morbid Mask. And now, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, standard Drow skill build, which is pretty similar to what I'm doing here. I'm going to max out my aura first. I'm going to get my ulti at every possible point in time because it's awesome. I'm going to get at least 1 point early in my silence, and then I actually like to get multiple points in my slow, which is funny considering I don't use the slow that much because of the fact that I have lifesteal when I'm not using the orb, because the slow is a unique attack modifier. But one thing that is really cool about it is that it is a 64% slow at level 4, so it's actually one of the best slows in the entire game. It's a ridiculously good slow. You can't use it when the Mask of Madness is activated, of course, but when you're chasing people down, it is very good. Another thing people might not realize about Mask of Madness is it silences you and gives you -5 armor, but it doesn't mute you. So you can still use a Hurricane Pike on people if you build a Hurricane Pike after you get the Dragon Lance. The next criticism for building the Mask of Madness to jungle is, well, Mask of Madness requires your first item to be a Morbid Mask. It's 1200 gold, it's 15 damage and 15% lifesteal, which means if you had spent 900 gold on getting the 2 bands of the Elvenkin, you'd have 12 agility, so you'd have 12 damage, but it would actually be closer to 15 damage because your aura is based on your total agility. So you get around the same damage, you don't need lifesteal because of the fact that you're cliff jungling a lot of the time, and you get attack speed from it, and a little, probably at least I don't remember the math off the top of my head, but some armor too. But, you only spend 700 more gold once you have the Morbid Mask to get a Mask of Madness, which will let you clear camps, it'll let you clear stacks. Heck, if you get the right spawns, you can clear ancient camps with it. In fact, you can clear ancient camps with it regardless, it's just, whether or not it's efficient depends on the spawns you get. So, Mask of Madness is a much better jungling item than your Dragon Lance. Another thing is, when you get the Dragon Lance, you spend that 900 gold and you have a much quicker power spike than if you were to save up for that 1200, because it's slightly better, because you're not tanking that much, because you do slightly more damage with it, and it costs you 300 less gold. But the thing is, you're spending another 1,000 gold if you finish the Dragon Lance first, and the only thing that's going to net you is a little bit of tankiness, the extra attack range, and a little bit of the completed item, a slot. So, great item to have, but having the extra attack range doesn't help that much. And as you can see, especially at night when your vision is restricted, I couldn't do anything more really here with the attack range. Like, it wouldn't increase my efficiency much, if at all. But having that Mask of Madness is going to directly increase my attack range and my attack damage. So, or not my attack range, but it's going to it's going to increase my attack damage and my attack speed, which is the most important factors when you're jungling, because typically speaking, the most important factor in jungling is how quickly you kill things. So, that's why I go for the Mask of Madness first. That's why I get the Dragon Lance second. But I will get the Dragon Lance since I have the Mask of Madness, and then I will focus on ratting. But you can also just get these items and then, you know, get your Hurricane Pike, your Manta, whatever the heck you want to do to fight with. Or you could get a Shadow Blade and a Blink Dagger and just jump around all the time. Also, I'm pretty sure you can line it up so that if you get Desolator, the orb effect, which I don't really recommend because you already have 2 orb effects that are competing, but if you get the Desolator, then you can melt buildings, and I believe as long as you place it in your inventory at the appropriate time, it will be prioritized over your lifesteal, even when using the active on Mask of Madness. So you'll get the bonus attack speed from Mask of Madness, and you'll have the Desolate ability, and you'll have the attack range from Dragonlance. And because you have so much agility, you'll have a huge amount of damage and attack speed. So now I have my Mask of Madness, and I'm going to just go collect lots of money until I get my Dragonlance. Really, you're shooting around somewhere from the 10 to 12, typically 10, 30, 11 minutes will be when you have both of these items completed. I've actually tested this build out, getting the Mask of Madness, then Brown Boots, then Dragonlance, and I haven't actually noticed a significant increase in the amount of time, or a significant decrease in the amount of time it takes me to get those items. So there's no real point to getting the boots first unless you just want to have the boots. It's not going to allow you to jungle significantly faster and therefore be more efficient overall. So like, what I mean by be efficient more overall is, if it takes you 2 minutes to get brown boots, and it takes you like 4 minutes to get the Dragonlance, if the brown boots make you farm faster, then you want to get the brown boots, because then, even though you're getting you have to add 2 minutes on, it might subtract 1 minute off because it might only take you 3 minutes to get the Dragonlance because you're farming faster, and that's the justification for getting smaller items in a lot of cases. I mean, that's literally the basic math that goes through your head. It's not probably not broken down to this extent, but that's the logic behind getting a Stout Shield. It's 200 gold. It's a logic behind getting an Iron Talent. I'm spending gold on something that literally only benefits me from jungling, but it's increasing my jungling speed exponentially for the amount of gold it costs. Brown Boots don't really do that. So I'm not going to get the Brown Boots until I'm done, and I'm just going to keep farming. So now I'm 700 gold away from my Ogre Club, and when I get that, I'm going to go poke around at buildings, and I'm going to queue up my Power Treads. You don't have to get Power Treads, but you should, because you want to be able to toggle your treads when you use your Mask of Madness so that you can consume mana, or conserve mana. It helps with tankiness a bit, which is good. It gives you extra agility, which is good, because this hero just wants as much agility as she can get because of the fact that her aura stacks with it. Overall, just it's pretty standard stuff. You've seen me use the Iron Talent a little bit on the whoa, hello, Tidehunter. Sure, it's fine. Sure, he just wants to say hello, but it doesn't really make sense to use the Iron Talent on the small centaurs. I've been doing that less and less because they only have 350 health. So to put that in perspective, the medium satyr, the blue one, so not the big one and not the ranged one, but the blue one, that one actually has 600 health. So yeah, a little over half of that. So that's the main points for this jungling guide. I'm just going to be cliff jungling a lot and buying those items as quickly as I can. I really like playing this hero in the rat form, but I think that Clinkz is actually better at it most of the time, because Clinkz has a built-in escape mechanism, versus if you really want to go full rat with the Drow, you're going to have to buy your choice of a Blink Dagger or a Shadow Blade, or even both. Eternal Envy originally popularized the Blink Dagger on Clinkz, which I thought was stupid at first, but turns out it's actually really good for jungling. So, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Esports Money's ESM Mac10, whatever you want to call me. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button. You can click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, and you can get regular updates from me if you do so. Not all of my videos are going to be Dota related, but a huge portion of them are, because this is the primary game in which I play. But I also do some VR stuff, as you guys know, etc., etc. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. You can kind of see the problems that are inherent with the reduced vision at night, but whatever. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Peace.